While doing field research, a professor stumbled upon a mysterious jarred insect. Excited, he put it into a jar, but when the bug touched water, it came back to life. The professor's eyes lit up, thinking he had discovered a new species, but only the little boy beside him knew. Humanity was about to face extinction. The next moment, the bug flew out of the jar and latched onto a young man's neck. He ripped it off with all his strength and threw it hard to the ground, but no one noticed. A black shadow from the wound slipped into his body. The professor thought it was just a normal bite and told him to disinfect it, but the boy shouted that he was already parasitized and must be isolated immediately, otherwise disaster would sweep across the world. Yet no one believed him. They just thought he was a clueless kid. What they didn't know was that the boy was actually a reborn genius biologist. Just a day earlier, he had led an archaeological team into a forbidden jungle known as the Life Zone, where they discovered a brand new insect. Tests showed the bug contained invisible anti-cancer proteins, meaning it might be the key to curing cancer. Everyone thought it was a breakthrough for humanity, but it was actually the start of a nightmare. When a teammate tried to take the bug away, he got bitten. Soon after, his face twisted in pain. The parasite had already invaded his body. One by one, the rest of the team was infected. Within hours, all 30 members mutated into monsters. As their captain, he watched helplessly as his comrades turned into abominations, his heart breaking. To prevent a greater disaster, he detonated a bomb, sacrificing himself with them. But the next second, he was reborn in the body of a young boy. And right now, the college team before him was heading straight for the same jungle, only 3 kilometers away. Remembering the tragedy of his last life, he tried to stop them, warning there were unknown creatures inside that parasitize humans, but everyone mocked him as a liar. Right then, the professor discovered one of the creatures. The boy couldn't believe it. The bugs he had destroyed with the explosion last life hadn't all been wiped out. The professor wanted to bring it back for study, but once the bug touched water, it revived, flew out of the jar, and bit a young man's neck. Even though he tore it off, the parasite had already entered his body. That night, strange things happened. As soon as his girlfriend lay down, the young man began to fully mutate. Tentacles sprouted from his back and stabbed straight into her ears. She died instantly. Just then, a brother and sister passing by saw the horrifying scene. The sister's scream alerted the mutant. He immediately chased them. They fled in terror. Elsewhere, an elderly couple was still admiring the bug they had brought back, excited to learn it carried proteins that suppressed cancer cells, dreaming it would make them famous. At that moment, the siblings ran to them and frantically warned. The young man had turned into a monster and killed his girlfriend with his own hands, begging everyone to leave, but nobody believed them. They thought it was nonsense. Just then, a tentacle-covered monster appeared at the lab door, but shockingly, it was the young man and his girlfriend walking in. The siblings broke into a cold sweat. They had just seen her die, yet now she was standing there in new clothes, alive. What they didn't know was that the parasite's horror was not only controlling corpses, but also inheriting their thoughts and memories, even imitating them perfectly. Seeing the couple walk and looking normal, the others dismissed the siblings' warnings. To stop the boy from touching the specimen, the professor ordered them tied up at the lab entrance. Guards watched closely, afraid the boy might cause trouble, but what they didn't know, while doing field research, a professor stumbled upon